This is Breon, Larry, Brandon, and Thursula. Hello, my name is Felicia Johnson, and this is my informative speech. My speech is going to be on benefits of the changing tax laws each year. The purpose of my speech is to inform my audience of some of the modified tax credits and deductions for 2009-2010. Tax laws, credits, and deductions change each year. The government tries to base them on the economy and what they believe taxpayers need. Each year there are different situations that can help taxpayers, different credits and deductions that can bring down their tax liability, that type of thing. I based my speech on 4 deductions because there were so many I couldn't speak about all of them. So the 4 credits that I will be speaking on are the Making Work Pay credit, the Earned Income credit, the First-Time Homebuyers credit, and the Enhanced Opportunity credit. Those are the 4 credits that I will be speaking on. I have been doing taxes for 7 years. 4 of those years have been with H&R Block, a company that is national. It's all over the world. I have over 600 hours of training to do taxes. Each year, H&R Block requires us to complete 30 hours of tax training. We also, at the end of our training, have to take a final exam and pass within an 80% to be allowed to prepare tax preparations for H&R Block for that tax season. Each year we have to do this. I enjoy doing taxes, so the classes don't really bother me. According to New York Times in January of 2009, an article that they wrote, all tax preparers, anybody doing a tax preparation for someone, whether it's out of their house, regardless to whom it is, they will have to take an exam that is required by the Internal Revenue Service in order to file a tax return. So, I mean, that's going to be required from everyone. H&R Block has been requiring us to do that all along, so we already meet those requirements, but it's something that's going to be going on. 2009 brought about a lot of new deductions and a lot of modified deductions. They were deductions that were already in place, but they were modified in 2009. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Making Work Pay credit. It has a limit of $400 credit for a single tax preparer, $800 for joint filers. It's 6.2% of your earned income. And there's 2 ways you can benefit from this credit. You can have them take out less money in your paycheck each week and get more money back, and then at the end of the year that tax credit will balance out your tax liability. Or if you're self-employed, you have a self-employment tax, you can take that credit and use it to pay towards your self-employment tax. So that's a good credit, and like I said, it's a $400 credit that mostly everybody got. Joint filers got the full $800. The next credit is the Earned Income credit. This is one of the most frequently used credit because it's a credit that people with children have. And in past years, only 2 children were able to be filed on the tax return. This year, they allowed 3. So I brought the Earned Income credit up a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, $620 more was able to be received for the Earned Income credit. And also, people with a higher income threshold were able to receive this credit. In past years, people that made too much, it was right around $45,000 was the cap off for 2 children. They were X'd out of the Earned Income credit and they weren't eligible to receive it. This year, a lot of people that haven't received it in prior year did get to receive it because the threshold went up. The next credit that I'm going to talk about is the First-Time Homebuyers credit. Now, this credit was in place in 2008 and it was for $7,500. For married filing single, married filing separate, it was $3,750, and it had to be paid back over 15 years. The new modified credit in 2009 is actually $8,000, $4,000 for married filing separate, and it doesn't have to be repaid back. Now, this credit was for anyone who purchased a home after January 1st, 2009, before July 1st, 2010. And like I said, that credit didn't have to be paid back. And it's just a credit for first-time home buyers. All you had to do was purchase a new home and purchase it within those dates, and you received that credit. So that was a really nice credit. And that credit was extended beyond those dates for people in the U.S. Armed Forces. So the last credit that I'm going to talk about is the Enhanced Opportunity Credit. Now this credit I chose specifically because it's for students. So my fellow classmates might like this credit. This credit is basically your tuition expenses, your books, that type of thing, up to $2,000, they'll give you a credit for 100% of that $200 for any expenses that are approved for this credit. Now, what that means is that if you're approved for, say, the maximum $2,500 credit, which is what the max is on that, that you could receive $1,500 towards your tax liability and actually receive $1,000 in your pocket for that credit. So it's a great credit. And I know 90% of students have at least $2,000 in expenses. So it's definitely a credit that you would want to take advantage of. And in prior years, the credit was just towards your tax liability. You didn't get any of that money back. So in 2009 and 2010, you can actually receive $1,000 worth of that money back in your pocket. It's up to 40% of the credit. So anybody that's in school and has any type of expenses would definitely want to check into that credit. In conclusion, these deductions, well actually, I didn't even show mine. These are just some documents that might help the average tax filer. This is a IT-40, and it's a full year resident individual income tax booklet. And what it can do is for somebody who wants to just look up some different information about filing electronically or just filing their tax return, it has information about extensions, taxes, deductions, how to figure out your earned income credit, that type of thing in here. And anybody can pick this up. You can have it sent to you from irs.gov. They'll send you a free copy. You can pick it up at the Internal Revenue Service or any local tax office. And then just some information that I have from H&R Block about some of the classes that we take to be certified tax preparers. So, in conclusion, I just wanted to state that as a tax preparer, I try to stay educated each year. On our commercials for H&R Block, they make a joke saying that they've got people so they don't worry about their tax return, they just let somebody else handle it. Well, my clients consider me to be their people, so I pride myself in continuing my education and staying up on these things yearly. So that is my speech, and thank you.